Welcome to this episode of the Home Team Roadshow. Very excited to present from Folly Beach, South Carolina, the edge of America, founder and owner of the Charleston Real Estate Group, wonderful husband, wonderful father, and Home Team 2025 Player of the Year, Mr. Eric Draper. Drippy Drape, what's up?
Thank you for those accolades. Not well deserved, but thank you.
Oh, you're all of those things and more. You have been associated with Home Team for as long as I've ever known you, but I know there's a part of your past, our past, that I did not know you. I'm so sad about that. Tell me what your first memory of Home Team was.
I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was summer of '95. Some things happened here in Charleston. Some friends made some pretty bad decisions, and I decided I didn't want to be here for the summer. So a friend of mine, Richie Andress, and I got in the car and went on panic tour. And somewhere, I think it was in the Midwest. It might have been. Part of me thinks it was Wyoming. Part of me thinks it's Omaha. So obviously, maybe it was Davenport, Iowa. I don't know, but obviously, it's mixed around up in the brain. But I met Gene and Eli at a show. My buddy Pete Sienkiewicz, old taper guy, told me to keep an eye out for these two. Somewhere in some parking lot out west from here, we met, and that was my original introduction. Gene had those "Say No to Swag" stickers, and somewhere along the way, they morphed into green Home Team stickers. And, just back then, if you saw somebody with one of those stickers on their car and you pulled up next to them at the stoplight, and you get them to roll down the window and say, "Who do you know?" And inevitably, they knew somebody that you knew. And that was, to me, the start of Home Team of like, dude, they have a sticker. Oh, my gosh. Who are you? And how do I know you? So that was kind of the beginning, I guess, for me, at least the way I remember it.
That's funny because Gene told me a similar story about how he met you, and and I did not know this about you, but before you worked with the band, you were a rail rider. That's what he said, and he said Draper's on all of my tapes from '95. You can just hear his ass whooping. So you were a wooter, dude.
I
Who
don't
knew?
know that I would say I was a rail rider per se, because that probably isn't accurate. But yes, I can whistle extremely and annoyingly loud. And having friends that are tapers, you like to poke them in the ribs a little bit by fucking the tape up by whistling real loud. And I have come since to learn that that was just not cool. But, you know,
Yeah, such is life. Yeah. Who knew? What is everybody has a code name. What is your code name?
code name. My name is Codename.
Ah, that's great. Code name, code name.
So I think it was like 98 or 97 where band's playing at the Fox and we're all staying across the street at the Days Inn, that total dump. And Gene and a bunch of folks had rented out the suite that had like this back deck that was on the corner of the building that you could kind of see the marquee at the Fox kind of across the street if you stood in the right spot at the right angle. And back then, I was a t-shirt guy and I had made a lot of t-shirts to sell at the Fox, me and a guy named Andy Love. And we sold those shirts. I mean, we crushed it. And so, of course, back in those days, we were young, could stay up all night. And I was like, you know what? We're doing so well. We went and bought a couple of kegs. We stuck them on that back porch, stuck them in ice, and we're not tapping these suckers until after the show. And so everybody went to the suite and was banging on the door, right? And would go in and hang out. And Somehow I was the last to arrive, shocker. And so I go up and bang on the door, and Gene comes to the door and he's like, "What's the code? What's the code?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let me in." And so somewhere along the way, he opened the door and he's like, "Codename." And that's the way I remember getting the name Codename.
Code name. Do you still use that today? Like when you're on walkies in the back, you like go to code name.
No, that's more of a Gene and Eli and me
All right,
thing,
good.
just because I think it'd take too long to explain it to everybody.
Well, I mean, yeah, they don't go, so you can't do go to Draper because you get two of you.
Well, that's usually go to Ben or ODD, Old Dirty Draper, or Woodstock. He's affectionately known as Grandpa, Dad, whatever. Um,
Oh,
but
that's good. So as home team like progressed in its historical path, Eli and Gene started it and it kind of grew out of Athens, which you lived in Athens up until when did you leave Athens?
after spring '94,
So you did not really know them. Again, you met them on tour in '95, so you didn't know them in Athens, right?
correct.
Okay. And
And
so,
besides, Gene's a Gator, so
yeah, that's right. There's no comment on that. So in that history, they got it started, and then it took a lull for a little while, and it seemed like it had lost some momentum. And I'm going to quote Eli now. This is what he said. He said, when I kind of thought the wind was out of the sails, Draper and Reed were giving mouth to mouth to it and each other. You guys both kept the spirit alive for many years, kind of in the transition into social, and I think that's what of many things that earns you the 2025 Player of the Year. Tell me about that little period of time when you were on tour, coming off tour, and you and Reed getting on a handle online. Tell me about that.
well, I mean, the stuff online, a lot of the witty stuff, the comedy, the superimposing home team on a shirt or whatever. That's all Reed. He did all that. He's That's more in his wheelhouse. Me, I guess, kind of like what Eli said, just kept it alive because I didn't want it to go away. Because home team itself, if you're a baseball fan, seventh inning stretch, root for the home team because if we don't win, it's a shame. I don't know. I liked it. It always resonated with me. And this was before I think I had ever read the manifesto, or I don't know if it had even been written. I don't know the chronology, but all my friends, all of my immediate friends, people in my day to day life, like you and the other people here in Charleston, and my friends in Athens, like Pat and Arnold and those guys, it all resonated with them. And I think somebody just needed to churn something out, whether it was stickers or hats or whatever, t-shirts. We needed a catalyst to keep it going, I guess. And I guess that was me. But to be fair, when my brother started working for Widespread Panic, it was during my long hiatus. And I happened to be there. We were at Red Rocks and they were taking their crew photo with the band behind where the band where they're on stage behind their equipment, and everybody's there on the crew and they're all facing forward, and my brother's got a black home team shirt on and he looks out of place because everybody else is wearing the same thing, and he turns around and he's facing the wall so you can see the big home team flag on the back of his shirt. And I want to say that was 20, I don't know, 13, I'm guessing here, but at that moment when I saw it and the crowd was cheering and a couple of people here and there had shirts on, whatever, I knew at that point it wasn't dead. It may be a flame behind the cupped hand, but it's still there. And I guess my brother, seeing that in my brother reignited my desire to keep pushing it. I know back, and I don't know what year that was with the government mule show that you guys put on, but so I mean, and I know we had a flag then, and we had shirts, and so it's always been sort of there in the peripherals, just kind of playing with it, pushing it along, and sometimes if you kick a rock long enough, I guess it picks up speed and finds a hill to go down.
Or breaks your foot, one or the other, right? Oh, that's good. I mean, we as a community are certainly appreciative of all that the three of y'all did to keep that going. And now it's picked up a lot of momentum. I mean, when I came and talked to you and read about the Home Team FM, that was seemed like a natural progression. I was working on a project and I wanted to show its utility, and Home Team was like no better place to do it. So that worked out well. And from out of that has now come an even stronger community. And now, even as of today, it's growing tighter and stronger. In that especially the Widespread Panic fan base is really gathering behind that moniker in a way to where that tiny flame is now hopefully burning down the house shortly.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. The other part of it is, we've tried somewhat unsuccessfully to bring other music acts into the fold, so to speak. That being said, I know Billy Strings has embraced the idea of Home Team, and we've certainly tried to. Oh, God, a quick little side story. There's a buddy of ours, Jason Eason, who's a runner for a lot of concerts, live concerts out in Vegas. And a few years back, the phone rings to Mike Smith, our production manager, and it's Fish's production manager. And they're like, hey, this dude, Jason's got a Home Team shirt on and he's a runner. Is he any good? You must know him. He's got a Home Team shirt on. And of course we know him. And we're like, yes, he's good. You can put him with your top tier people. He can run your band and he won't blow them up. You don't have to put him with
Yeah.
running guests. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Right.
And so they're certainly aware of it, of it and its connection with us. But we've tried to push it because it's not what JT once said to me. The band is a part of it.
Yes.
It's not they're not all encompassing within what makes it Home Team.
That's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, it is a mindset, it's a mindset. It is the manifesto, and it is to me, it is to a lot of people, and that's what this whole podcast is about. To kind of, we're 30 years. That's amazing, right? And
Yeah.
wanted to everyone to understand there's a manifesto that we take it seriously. If you don't know about it, learn about it and take what you want from it and disregard the rest. But nonetheless, if you're going to hang out and be a part of that community, that what it stands for. And I've always said that you have your own personal home team. It's like your values and what you stand for, and you have a close circle of friends, like you spoke about with Pat and Arnold and all the guys in Charleston and beyond. And then it gets into the community home team, which is a larger group of like-minded folks that love music, and in a lot of cases, Widespread Panic. So you're right. Home team is not Widespread Panic, but Widespread Panic is definitely home team.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And I mean, and also when Aaron Siegel opened Home Team Barbecue, I mean, let's face it, it really took it juiced it up with some steroids, and it
It
took it to the
really
next
did.
level.
Yeah. That was a definitely flame igniter as
For
well.
sure, for sure. And if you've ever had their barbecue or their wings, you know why. Best around.
Best around. So tell me what it is like to embody the home team manifesto.
I don't know, man. I can't say that I embody it. I'm human. I have my days, good and bad. But if you read the manifesto, if it doesn't resonate with you somehow, you need to do some serious soul searching, because it doesn't, it may be a manifesto, but it's not telling us, it's not saying, give me your worldly possessions. It's saying, look inside yourself and, well, don't be a dick. But, there within, there within, is some of my shortcomings. But, you know, for me, I mean, really what it embodies for me is good times, good friends, and good music. And it's been really hard to explain, because over the years people have asked me, what does it mean? And if and I make a snap judgment of the person asking me, which probably isn't fair, but depending on what I judge them to be, it may be, well, it's the barbecue restaurant, or it may be, hey, good times, good friends, good music. But for me, it's something also very visceral and emotional, because I connect my friends with it so much so that I'm really defensive of home team. I'm very defensive of it in a way that if I see somebody trying to rip it off or trying to, I don't know, use it in a way that I personally feel just isn't okay, my GFY comes out, which again is against the manifesto itself. But I don't know. There's something about it. It's my friends, it's my family, it's my loved ones, it's you, it's all the people out in the Twitterverse, that are like-minded, that are fans of music, because music is about being in the moment, and so much of our life is about tomorrow, planning for the future, saving money, going to school. Music and spending time with friends, it's all about right then and there at that moment. It's not about tomorrow. It's not about 30 minutes ago. It's about that moment, that spark, that flash, that laughter.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what it is for me.
that's beautiful. Well said, man. That's truth.
I remember years ago, JoJo wearing a home team shirt that had like a tiger on it right under the lettering. And I had never seen that one. And I always thought that was cool. And I'm like, man, this dude JoJo's busting out our shirt. This is cool. But I think, to be fair, the other thing that really took it to the next level was the first Bonnaroo, because Dave Schools wore a home team shirt.
Yes.
And with those huge monitors for people to see, and way, 70,000 people in the back, they could see the home
Yeah.
team shirt. And when they
Yeah.
put out their CD, there's a picture of him wearing it in the, so there has been many people that have contributed to the effort of taking it to the next level, or keeping it alive, or kicking that rock down the hill just at the right time when it needed to be done. So, I've just been there.
It's well said. Thank you for your extended effort for so many, sadly to say, decades. Keeping the flame alive. I hope that as we continue this journey, whatever it becomes, that we'll carry it on to our kids. I mean, that's the 2.0. There's certainly a B team waiting in the wings to pick it up. And by the way we live, and by the way we interpret home team and live our lives, is how they will know what home team's about. So I know that's important to you with your family, and that you have done an amazing job of carrying that torch. So,
Well, I
many thanks.
appreciate it. To be fair, and I do appreciate that, but to be fair, I'm in a situation that makes it relatively easy. Wearing a home team shirt on stage and people see it, it creates some cash there that, people want to be a part of or whatever. I mean, the crew is a large part of home team. They're
Absolutely.
a big connector, very visual members of home team, and they're my brothers. And it's neat having a road family that you love, you fight, they're just I'm fortunate to be amongst them. And
Absolutely.
I guess
There's
that's what.
nothing more home team than a road crew doing the work behind the scenes, getting it done, not asking for not bitching, I'm sure, but nonetheless, getting the damn job done when it needs to get done. There's nothing more home team than that.
Yeah, man. But don't let us kid you. We enjoy what we do. We have a connection with the fans. We love the fans. They seem to care for us a lot. If I may, during COVID, when we're all out of work, I get a phone call one morning, and it's Christmas morning. It's Josh Stack out of Asheville, the guy that started Panic Fans for Foods, and he's like, "Hey, man, I need you to go look at your, I don't know, PayPal, Venmo. I can't remember what it was. But apparently, the fans had done a secret fundraiser for the crew members, and they sent us all a text that said, "Hey, go check out your Venmo or whatever it was," and they had donated money to every single one of us, including our truck
Wow.
drivers. I don't know how to describe the feeling, uh, just being in awe of the love and the consideration that pours out from home team. And the fans are, I mean, they're just as much as home team as you, me, or Gene, or Eli, or Aaron, or
Oh yeah. That's the point. Everybody's home team, man. I mean, that's the truth. And that is an example of home team in action.
for sure. And to be a part of, what I'm a part of, the group of people I'm a part of it with, I love dearly, and it's an honor to be amongst them, but it's also an honor to be amongst the fans that there's just this connection. I don't know how to say it. There's something out there in the ether that binds us, and I think it's music and a love of your fellow person. But I just it's a wonderful thing to be a part of, and I'm honored for it, and I'm proud of it. And shit, my wife and daughter are into the whole thing. My 14-year-old daughter, she's into the thing, and and I love putting stickers everywhere I go, and then people coming to me and go, "Well, did you put this sticker up?" And I'm like, "I don't know, maybe not, but we're everywhere." And there, I know for a fact there are stickers on 6 continents. I know the manifesto is in the thing in the outer space that JT put on the Voyager, whatever. Not Voyager, but he can tell you about that. But there's a home team sticker in the White House in the press briefing room. We're doing our best to permeate society.
They're everywhere, buddy.